So here is the urinary system. We have two kidneys, a right and a left kidney. If you put your hands on your hips, where your thumbs kind of rest towards the back is where your kidneys kind of lie. And the right kidney is slightly lower than the left kidney to make room for the liver, the second largest organ in the body. So you can see branching off from each kidney, we have a ureter. So we've got two ureters because we have two kidneys, and these lead all the way down towards the bladder, a muscular organ where it's kind of just stored there, temporarily stored until it's ready to be expelled via the urethra at the bottom. So we have two ureters and one urethra. So the ureters are narrow tubes. They're roughly about 25 to 30 centimeters long, and they only have a diameter of 3 millimeters. They're continuous with the renal pelvis, which is a sort of funnel within the kidney where the urine collects. It's made up of 3 layers, these ureters, each ureter. So we've got a fibrous tissue layer on the outside, a muscular layer, so it's made up of smooth muscle, which is responsible for helping the urine to move towards the bladder via a process called peristalsis. So just like you've got peristalsis in your digestive tract to help food move down, we've also got peristalsis that occurs in the ureters to help the urine move from the kidneys all the way down towards the bladder where it's stored. So the bladder basically stores urine. It temporarily stores urine. It lies in our pelvic cavity. It's made up of 3 main layers: connective tissue, a muscle called the detrusor muscle. It's this muscle that contracts to release urine out via the urethra, and a mucosal layer, again, just a moist layer. When distended, the bladder rises into the abdominal cavity. So roughly, on average, it holds between 300 to 400 milliliters, but it can hold up to 700 to 800 milliliters. But then you start to experience pain and things if the bladder becomes too distended. So it's usually pear-shaped, but when it's full, it becomes more oval-shaped and it opens into the urethra. Autonomic nerves are stimulated. So when you think autonomic nerves, think automatic. This is all happening unconsciously. We're not having to think about it. These nerve fibers send impulses towards the bladder, and this is what causes contraction of that detrusor muscle to sort of contract and push the urine out of the bladder via the urethra. So the urethra, it's a canal extending from the neck of the bladder, and the length is different depending on whether you're a male or a female. So you can see the anatomical structure here, the male on the left, female on the right. The male urethra is roughly about 19 to 20 centimeters, whereas the urethra of the females is only about 4 centimeters. And the male urethra provides a common pathway for both semen and urine, I should say. But whereas the female is just a pathway for urine alone.